guys, and welcome back on my channel. So in today's video I want to have a little chat with you and to talk about fragrance reviewers, influencers and critics. And I'm inspired to film this video by the newest book from LUCA TURIN and Tanya Sanchez called The Guide 2018. I actually learned about this new book from Victor Wong, who posted LUCA's reviews on Zoologist perfumes on Facebook. And I have heard this name LUCA TURIN a lot of times, but I don't know him personally. I know that he has this huge authority in the perfume industry, and I'm sure he's very knowledgeable. And he released a new book and he reviewed a lot of Indian niche perfumes that I am actually familiar with and even have reviewed some of them on my channel. So of course I was really interested in the opinion of such a knowledgeable and really respected person in this industry. I love to read reviews, especially on the fragrances that I don't know, and as I saw Victor posted all the reviews on his line, I read them, and I need to say I personally didn't enjoy them. And what I mean by that, I love to watch YouTube videos about perfumes or other stuff or read books, mainly because I want to be inspired to try that product that I read about or hear about, or just I want to be inspired, I don't know, not to try it, but I mean like if person raves about it and finds it incredible, obviously I want to try it if that person inspires me, and if that person says it's awful, in the inspiring way, I still want to try it. So the inspiration just plays a really huge role for me in this whole, like reviewing thing. So I read LUCA's reviews on Zoologist perfumes, and I'm familiar with all Zoologist perfumes, and I didn't really enjoy them, and that is just my personal opinion. I didn't agree with them in some moments. So then I saw all the other brands, niche and indie brands that I follow, posting these reviews all over the social media, and it was really funny because obviously it excites perfumers when LUCA TURIN, the god, the critic god, I don't know how to call him, reviews your perfume in his book. Obviously it is exciting, and what he does, he rates perfumes. So basically he gives fragrances stars. 1 star is awful, not worth your attention. 2 stars is just bad. 3 stars is okay, good. 4 stars is kind of like beautiful, interesting, worth trying, and 5 stars is a masterpiece, and he gives 5 stars to perfumes very seldom, which I find okay, because if you review a lot of different perfumes and you're familiar with a lot of great fragrances and not so great ones, then you can give 5 stars just to a few, So the rating of 4 stars is pretty good. And he gave quite a lot of fragrances that I know and enjoy 4 stars, which is fine. But what I wanted to tell you and why I'm filming this video, I find his reviews very sketchy, and that is just my personal opinion. I've told you that I want to be inspired, and since I know a lot of perfumes that he reviews, I know how they smell, I know how they develop, blah blah blah. And so many of his reviews are very sketchy, short, without an explanation. If he says that the perfume is bad or not good, he explains very shortly, and sometimes he doesn't explain at all. So I thought, okay, he reviews a perfume and he just tells people who read this book that the perfume is bad or good. And I want to tell you that that is just his opinion, okay? His personal opinion. He is just one person. And I'm just one person. And all the other reviewers and influencers that you watch or follow are also just people. And what some person might find interesting or not interesting might not like meet the expectations of another person. I just mean like we all smell things differently, we all taste things differently. It's just our sense, you know, and everybody just sees things differently. So I mean, like, it is okay to watch fragrance reviews, it is okay to read articles, to read reviews of perfume critics and so on. But my message to you guys is just, if you are inspired and interested in some perfume that you heard a review about, then that is great. And I just want to tell you that if a lot of people tell the perfume is bad, you still need to try it, because maybe on you it will be awesome and it will be just your taste. You know what I mean? So what I want to tell you about the book, first of all, it is sketchy. I find it is very subjective, obviously, and I miss the explanation sometimes. I guess because he has reviewed a lot of perfumes, maybe he couldn't write a long article or a review, you know, like very informative one. Maybe that is the problem, because he reviewed a lot and he couldn't like just review one page with each perfume, you know? So maybe that's the problem. But I have a feeling, I read a lot of reviews just from brands, because they kind of like posted the reviews on their social medias, I've told you. I wanted to read the book. I downloaded the Kindle, or how's it called? It is available on Amazon, and you could read just a short piece of that, you know, like and I read about some perfumes that I know, and then just from the brands, because I didn't want to pay for it, and it is not available in the free kind of like, you know, version. And I wanted to tell you that I have a feeling, it's just my personal feeling, maybe it is not like that, but I have a feeling that he didn't even wear those perfumes that he reviewed properly. Like, I think he might just smell them on the paper or just apply them once and then review it. And I mean, that is not how it works. For me, it is very important to give you guys not just my first impression on the perfume, just my really like my opinion. And to build an opinion on a fragrance, you need to wear it at least once, and it would be better if you wear it several times, different occasions, different situations, weather, time of the day, you know, all that stuff, just to give a person like real informative opinion, because not a lot of people can just go and buy expensive niche perfumes. If you buy something, you want to know that it just does what you expect from it, right? It's just kind of like my feeling. And I'm trying to not just review a perfume for you guys with my personal opinion. I'm not like, here is a new perfume and I think that it is great, or I think it is sexy, or I think it is awful, don't buy it. I try to inform you about the brand first, about the concept, about the perfume itself, the inspiration for the fragrance, which notes it features, and then in the end of the review I will tell you where I would personally wear it to, and you know, like all that stuff. My personal opinion is in the end. First of all, I want to present you the fragrance and actually inform you that it exists, because you know that I'm talking about, whoa, seriously good perfumes. So yeah, I found the book sketchy. I didn't enjoy the reviews, I was not inspired at all, I didn't agree with them, and I know that it is normal. As I've told you, we all are people and we all are different people and so on, and I know that he's very knowledgeable and well respected, but I mean, like, if you are, now my message to a reviewer and perfume critic, please try to be objective and not subjective. I know it is very hard, it is difficult, obviously. Just, you know, we tell how we feel about the perfume to you guys, so that is why you need to try the perfume if you want to see how it smells and how it actually works on you. But so many reviewers are really like rude about perfumes, and sometimes they talk so like badly about perfumes, and I just hate that, honestly. Imagine an indie perfumer who just not only puts his soul into creating perfumes, but he sacrifices his time, maybe his friends, maybe his money, maybe just everything, his life time, to create this brand, to create perfumes, and then some LUCA TURIN or Yana or whatever comes and just says that that perfume is bad, don't buy it. Imagine that indie perfumer will just be a bankrupt. Is that the word? Like, he will not have an existence, you know what I mean? So yeah, like, reviewers and critics, they're very powerful, I guess, because people nowadays, with this whole social media, Instagram, YouTube, and so on, all the bloggers with their blogs, they influence people, honestly, influence. And when you read 3, 2, or even 1 bad review, there are high chances that you won't buy a perfume. And imagine like a person who has million subscribers, or just a lot of subscribers, not like me, like, yeah, my channel is a smaller one. There are really big channels. And that person just mentions the perfume once and says it is bad. The sales of that friends will be like, ooh, you know. And imagine that person will say it is great, it is bomb, it is like, the sales, ooh, you know. So what I'm trying to say is, please try to be objective, obviously. Please don't criticize perfume like sincerely from the bottom of your heart. I mean, like, the opinion, your honesty is very, very important. Like, people can see that. But just pay attention that some people might actually enjoy that kind of fragrance that you review. So just be polite. If you hate the perfume, say that in the polite way, explain why you hate it, and so on. Great example of perfume critics that I enjoy to read is the Forentica team. Miguel Matos, Yelena, Sergey, a lot of them. I love their reviews because they are informative, they are just interesting to read because they are written very, like, nicely. And then in the end, they just share with you their opinion, or maybe in between, but it is not like their opinion is in the first place. You know, their opinion is there for sure, but they are like, okay. I hope that you get me. Fragrance reviewers are they have the power to influence you guys. And what I'm interested in, and please comment, every person who watches this video, please comment, what do you think about fragrance influencers? Do you buy the perfume because one person says that it is great? And do you like follow the hype if some fragrance is hyped, or when the fragrance is not hyped? Like, do you follow the trend or not? Please let me know. And that was all. Stay tuned and we'll see each other next one real soon. Bye.